What's poppin', y'all? DDG was not too happy that the poors, the regular folk, are getting an opportunity to buy the AP. Yeah, the Audemars Piguet, whatever you want to call it. Listen, it's out of what we can afford, that's for sure. But it's coming out with a collaboration with Swatch, so they're going to be a lot more affordable. It's going to be like $400 or something like that, and people weren't too happy with that. It's the Royal Pop collection. They've got a bunch of different colors, and this is the ad for it. Initially, I thought it was fake because people were saying it's an AI generated image, but no, it's not AI generated. This is going to be real. Personally, I just think this looks like a regular watch. I don't understand what the appeal of it is. But hey, DDG was not too happy with this, and this was his reaction on stream.
Y'all seen this? $300. Like, just seeing this make me want to sell my AP. AP, what's up, man? What's going on? I done spent $200,000 on one of y'all watches. You telling me I could have waited till 2026 and spent $300 and got the same effect? The hoes can't tell the difference. They don't know what the if this a skeleton. I tell a girl, hey, this black ceramic AP limited edition, 300,000. You feel me? Come on, bro. That shit ain't right, bro. It's out here that really pay resale. I could see if I was getting my watches for retail, I'm paying resale prices. I'm getting hit on the head for an extra 20,000 to rock y'all watch, or extra 100,000. AP skeleton, that retail like 80 bands or some shit. I'm pissed. As a customer, I'm pissed. Y'all gonna make $1 billion off this. I get it. I already know. I can't rock no AP like that no more, bro. I'm about to see. If this go up too much, it get too hot, I'm selling.
This is the crazy part. I feel like he's saying, oh man, the hoes don't know the difference. Okay, so you already brought chicks into this. So if they don't know the difference between, because people will usually say, nah, I'm into watches, or other dudes that are into watches, like they would know, and we might do business together, or whatever other reason people come up with to rationalize a purchase this big. But DDG is talking about the chicks. So if the chicks don't know the difference, then why didn't you just get a fake one? Like Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco. He's been wearing fake watches and rollies for 10 years, and he's been adamant about it. He's like, yeah, I wear the fake stuff. So if they don't know the difference between the $400 one and the one that you got for $300,000, why didn't you just get the fake one? Well, we know why, because DDG, you catch DDG with something fake and that goes on the internet, oh man, he is cooked, and he would feel humiliated by that, and he can't stand behind it and say, yeah, I wear fake stuff like Chad Johnson does, which I always respected that a lot by Chad Johnson. But it's also like you're going around telling people, hey, by the way, this is the skeleton. This is the 300,000. I'm not a chick. I don't even know the difference between a Richard Mille and a AP. If you put them in front of me, like far enough that I can't read the logo. I know what a Rolex is. Like I know the shape of it. But you put those in front of me and I don't know the difference. And then you talk about skeleton. I don't even know what the hell that is. So yeah, I definitely don't expect a girl to know what that is. But it just goes to show like DDG is the ideal consumer. Like if you sell consumer goods, you wish everybody was like DDG. You're like, I love this guy, man. This guy's going to shell out hundreds of thousands of dollars for my product, but he did buy it off of somebody else. But you know why this is also such a goofy take from the beginning? Because let's just bring it down back to our level, like stuff that we would buy. Sneakers, right? Let's say a pair of 13s. I remember, what was it? Let's just say a popular last shot 14s, right? The Jordans. That's like getting upset because DDG, he still has the exclusive watch. He still has the expensive watch. They just released another version of it that's a collaboration. So that's like you getting upset that you got the last shot 14s, the black and red ones, but they released the Laney 14s. Or, well, those are kind of exclusive too. But you get what I'm saying. They just released another model that's way more accessible. Or they released the Jordan 6 rings. The ones where they have a bunch of a mix, and those they used to call the Team Jordans. So you're like upset that they released something that looks remotely close to the one that you have. Or it's really the same brand or the same model. Well, why would you get upset by that? You wouldn't get upset by that at all. I wouldn't get upset by that. But DDG, it's not even the fact that, oh, nah, you guys got a cheaper AP. He doesn't want you guys wearing the AP at all. He's like, no, this brand it's not for you. So the fact that they're making it more affordable that you would be able to purchase it for $400 with Swatch, ew. That's what he's thinking. He's like, ew, it's the poor people. And this is funny because he would get humbled by a lot of people online, but he would go on first to say, only people who collect watches understand my reasoning for frustration. My AP watch is rare and discontinued. Discontinued means it's still rare. That means they're not making anymore. They didn't make more of your watch. They didn't re-release your skeleton model. They released new models. So I have to pay resale. That's like buying a Ferrari and they collab with Honda and make a Ferrari Civic for $30K. But my bad for pissing y'all little ones off. Get your AP. So, of course, DDG's trying to flex on the poors. He always does this, right? And the point is, if you got a Ferrari, if you got a LaFerrari, right? If they drop a new one with the Civic, the LaFerrari is still worth what the LaFerrari is worth. It's like the old Porsches. The old Porsches are still worth a ton of money in comparison to the new Porsches. So DDG just has a goofy take, but I really love when somebody richer than him came into the game and just said, wait, hold on. What are you talking about right there?
So I was watching the Swatch Audemars Piguet thing, and like I saw DDG say something like, "Oh my God, like they've lost me as a customer," and then he goes like, "I don't even buy mine at retail. I buy them gray market." And it's just like, dude, you're not their customer then. Like my man, you ain't their customer. You're their customer's customer. Like I was just like, dude, you can't really complain. You're not even their customer. They get nothing from you. You're their customer's customer.
Man, he just sunned the hell out of him. So for those of you that are unfamiliar, the guy that's talking in this clip, his name is Nick Lee. He is Amaranth's husband. He's also the guy that got Amaranth into doing all the OF stuff. He manages their whole portfolio of businesses, which includes a bunch of other OF chicks, but also many gas stations, stock portfolio, etc. This guy's the money guy. He's the rich guy. They're up 9 figures. He also loves watches. Obsessed with watches. And this guy, he's so rich that he live streams to nobody. That's how rich he is, that he just decided to take up the hobby to live stream to less like 200 viewers, even after live streaming for a year and being a part of a bunch of different collaborations with other people. To be frank, he's just not very entertaining. He's kind of hard to like. He doesn't know how to appeal to the average person. I think he's been rich for too long. And before that, he was already well off before he got with Amaranth. Like he had his own crib and he was in the upper echelon. So I think that's partially why, but it's also a flex that he can just do DDG's job for fun because he's so rich. But he also makes a great point, which is, why are you talking to AP? Why are you trying to pretend like, yo, AP, like I'm upset as a customer? You're not their customer. You couldn't even get it directly from AP. You had to go through another source. Yeah, it's like people that would buy resold Supreme, right? Like you're not contributing to the company. They're contributing to, and it's not that you should contribute to the company or anything, but if you're not a customer of AP, how can you say, yo, AP, you guys got to work on this? You come into the AP store and they're telling you, yeah, bro, we don't have anything for you. Just in the same way that DDG doesn't want to see us with an AP, the AP store, when DDG comes in, they're like, yeah, you're not our customer profile. We don't have any APs for you. You're going to have to figure it out. Get it some other way. And then some other person's like, yeah, I'm going to throw a $50K tax on this. You could buy this off of me. I was able to get it from AP though, because I'm actually a customer of theirs. And this guy, Nick, would go on even further.
DDG, listen, you're not a customer of AP. You're their customer's customer. You can be a customer of AP. How does it sound if you could go to a AP penthouse, right, in West Hollywood, and you could overlook at the skyline of, Los Angeles. They bring you whatever drink you want, whatever food you want, and then they show you every AP they have, and you get to buy them at retail. How does that sound? You don't have to buy code 1159 first. You can just go straight for the octagonal Royal Oak. Ceramic if you want. Hit me up. I got the connect. I'll get you in. It's a different world. You don't have to be their customer's customer.
Man, I just love seeing this. It's usually frustrating because when Nick Lee is usually talking to everybody else, all the normal people, when he's talking like that, he's always like this, by the way. He is so far removed from the average person's experience, even the average person that's comfortable's experience, that he talks like this to everyone. But when he talks like this to DDG, we love it. We got to clap his hands up because he's basically telling DDG like, yeah, you know, like I'm boys with AP and RM, and we're cool, and it would be a great thing for you. Like, wouldn't you love to stop paying this extra tax that you're paying, and you can get the real deal straight from the source and have this great experience? I could do that for you, but you just gotta get down on your knee and kiss the ring, and we can make that happen. That's exactly what he's telling the guy. That's the translation. He's like, listen, I'm bigger than you, I'm richer than you, you may be more lit than me, but kiss the ring, and I'll bring you into the club and you can give me some clout. It's so interesting to see this dynamic because this Nick Lee guy, like I said, he's trying so hard because you're probably thinking to yourself, you're like, yo, if I was up 100 M's like this, I wouldn't be live streaming every single day grinding. This guy grinds live streaming. I'm telling you, he's grinding it. So you'd be like, yo, I'd be doing, who knows what you'd be doing, but you wouldn't be doing this. So clearly, what does he want? He wants to grow as a live streamer. He wants clout for himself. What does DDG have? A lot of clout for himself. But what does DDG want? DDG wants to be rich. He wants to have the access to AP and RM and Rolex and, you know, be one of those guys and also be very, very rich. DDG, he's got money, but he doesn't got money like this guy. This guy's probably got 10 times the amount of money that DDG's got, and he has a lot more cash flow off of his assets than DDG has. That's for certain. DDG constantly has to keep working and hustling. So DDG wants to be in his position, and he wants the clout that DDG has. So there's a little bit of envy from both of them. And I don't know if this is actually going to happen, but if I'm DDG, you don't link with this guy, dude. You gotta have the way that he said this. I mean, it's a clip and it's content and all that. And I don't think that Nick Lee dude's a bad guy. I do think he actually does help out a lot of people. But the way that he framed this is like, dog, you're gonna kiss the ring you're gonna sell your soul just to get a little watch. The ticker turns a little bit differently. Come on, man. Hopefully DDG holds his own, keep grinding. Maybe one day they'll invite you because you're probably like, yo, this guy's just Amaranth's husband and he's got the connect. What do I have to do to get the connect? I got platinum plaques. I've got gold YouTube play buttons. I've got Twitch awards. I don't even know if there's a Twitch award. But yeah, I just love to see this. I felt like we would all relish in this together because the only thing we can afford is that Swatch AP collab, which I'm not even buying that crap. That thing is ugly. Okay. Well, no, it's not ugly. Let me not say that. If I saw it on somebody, I would say, yo, that thing looks cool. That's a cool watch. But I don't have the urge to buy it. But I'm not a watch guy, so take that with a grain of salt. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see you on the next one.